Welcome back. I'm sitting here with Jason Ray from Strala Vineyards. Not only does his wife and him make a wonderful sparkling wine and Cabernet Sauvignon, but they also farm some of the most sought-after vineyards here in Napa Valley. Jason, welcome. Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you for having me.
I drink every time I cheers, and I drink
I should probably do that.
But so, Jason, I'm
nervous, so I don't.
I know that many people have had your wine, but for those out there that have not tried Strala, how did Strala become a wine brand?
How did we come up with making a wine brand? Well, back in 2014, my wife over here, I had a few extra tons on a pick that it was a long year on Chardonnay harvest, and we had extra tonnage, and we were picking some low bricks, 19 brick Chardonnay in the Oak Knoll area. And I called my wife up and said, hey, we have a few extra tons of grapes. What do you think about making some sparkling wine? And this is how it all started, was with our sparkling wine production. She was pretty excited about it. I think you actually came and picked some up in the truck and delivered it to Rozzy and the whole deal. So
7 years.
That's how it started.
And 7 years later, here we are with a successful wine brand out there, selling wine, drinking wine, making tons of friends. But you are also making red wine. And what are you pouring today for the people that are showing up?
Well, the other wine that we're pouring today is our Napa Valley Chardonnay. It's grown down at the Southern Cross, not in Carneros, but on the east side up in the volcanic hill there. And so it's called the Susquel Ranch. So we're pouring that, and we are also pouring our Napa Valley Cabernet Reserve today.
So what's different from Jason, from most of the people that we'll be speaking with, is that he's actually has his own vineyard management company where, like I mentioned before, he farms lots of 100-point winemakers wines and 100-point vineyards. And with that, what is it? I mean, whenever I talk with you, you have a different outlook on wine. We talk about terroir and how important terroir is to the wine, but that's just a given to you. You're not a person that will just grow grapes if they're not going to grow at the best level.
Right.
But you mentioned weather.
Well, weather is a huge factor on wine quality. So with our brand, we have ability to move from year to year. Say we have 117 degree heat in Calistoga. Well, I'm probably not going to be taking my Cabernet from there. I'm going to be moving down the valley to some other ranches that had a little bit cooler, or we had misters. But in 17 and 20, those are really challenging years, not only for smoke and fire, but we also had huge heat spikes about this time, about Labor Day, 115 plus for multiple days, and that was a big problem.
I remember those. I mean, it should be 100 degrees today.
So when those things happen, you're rethinking all the time and recalculating and what you're doing.
So when you say you can choose from different vineyards, so you were saying with Strala, if you're not happy with the Calistoga, you're just going to pull fruit and make it from another vineyard. So you don't have
I keep open doors and contracts and everything I do.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
And very unique. So your consumer, people that follow Strala, will get surprised every vintage with maybe something new.
Potentially, yeah. We're staying more consistent. We're a young brand. We're figuring out what fruit's working for us. By no means do I have everything figured out, especially not on the wine making side of it. So it's just a moving target at all times for me. I think we're settling in on the places that we really love, and we're going to be in those places for a long time. And the wines have gotten so much better over the years.
And this reserve, I am trying to finish this so I can start drinking that one.
Well, get on.
Where is that from?
Okay, so this is from the West Hills of west side of Yountville, proprietary place.
So by Dominus?
a little further south
Okay.
and west.
South and west.
And then the Cabernet is up just below Pritchard Hill, right in that area.
Is it too much to ask for a Bordeaux glass?
Maybe 2 of them. We'll just check it.
2 of them? And so southwest in Yountville,
Yep.
and it's 100% Cabernet Sauvignon.
It is 100% Cabernet Sauvignon.
And
And this is the best wine I feel we've produced to date. It's 18.
and it's the 18, which is truly an amazing vintage. Oh my gosh, the nose. So I'm asking everybody now today about the soil of this vineyard. What soil type is this vineyard?
On the east side, it's Aiken.
Aiken soil?
Aiken soil. Yeah.
Aiken soil. Take note. First Aiken of the day. Aiken soil. How would you describe Aiken soil? What does that even mean?
Well, it's a hillside, rocky hillside.
So it's
slope.
rocky,
Yeah.
gravel,
Oh
volcanic.
yeah, we moved boulders the size of a D8 around. You've been up in the area with
Is this the one I went up? Okay. This vineyard, I don't know how you can get there unless you call this guy, but it is truly the most impressive vineyard display of
development.
taking a raw land and not only putting a vineyard on this raw land, but making a 100-point vineyard on raw land.
We had to keep, it's an extremely rocky site. I mean, really the boulders were 6 by 4 by 8 to 10. Massive boulders that we had to break up. We can't take any of the rock off site. So we had to dig down 35 feet around the edge on the turnaround row, hide all the rock.
Bury
there,
the
bury it
rock
down,
in the ground.
and then sow all the topsoil back over across the top. It is,
And it
I
looks,
mean, I get the shivers talking about it. It's so awesome.
and it just looks like a rock wall, like someone got fancy and put up a rock wall. But to think that it's 35 feet down, these
And then another 10 to 12 feet out of the ground, and that's how high we built it up. It's insane. You were there.
I know. I was blown away. And I didn't know how fast I was going to be able to try the wine from there. And I'm so happy to sit here and try this wine. How do you describe it to people? The luscious, the viscous, the silky characteristics are so.
I mean, I think it needs a little bit more time. The tannins are a little disjointed, but it is silky, black cherry, leathery. I mean,
So would you want to drink this in 10 years or 7?
I think it'll be in its stride in about 3.
3 years.
Yeah. It's good now. I mean, this is what I'm opening when I'm building a nice steak at home on the green egg.
So is this the first vintage from that vineyard, the 18, or is 17? Did you get fruit from?
No,
When did you start this one?
This is right across the way from it.
Right
That
across-
one's newer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But you can see what the soils are like.
If you haven't heard of Strala or tried Strala, I would definitely reach out. The wines, obviously, today, Vintner Vanguard is wines that are made at Brasswood. So you can find any of these wines here at Brasswood, and also tastings here with Jason's wife, Laura. She hosts many wine tastings here. And also, you also get Jason every once in a while if he shows up, right?
I'll show up. Call me. If Marcus tells me to show up, I show up.
I know, this is pretty awesome.
Pretty true.
Is there any I think, is Kyle out there?
Does Kyle have some questions?
Is there any questions from Kyle? No?
No, we can make one up from Kyle.
He should be watching.
I'm sure he's watching.
So what's next?
What's next for us? We're moving our Chardonnay and Pinot production out to Fort Ross, so that's pretty exciting coming up. This will be our Our first harvest, we planted some acreage out in just north of Fort Ross on the way up on the coast. So we're looking forward to getting that first 6 tons of Pinot in.
Wow.
That's going to be pretty awesome.
Wow.
It's been about 5 years to get a crop out there. It's tough going. Very cold climate.
And I asked Angelina about her loft that you can find her wines and distribution. Where can people find Strala if they don't order from the website?
Pretty much the website. I don't think that my wife has
Rutherford
anything.
Grill.
Oh yeah, we're at the Rutherford Grill. Strala 95.
Strala 95. I did see it.
It's a
there.
typo from the Rutherford Grill, but yeah, we
all make
are on the list of
mistakes.
the grill, so we're pretty happy about that.
Wow, this is a big wine. As I sit here and drink it, you're right, the tannins are there, but they linger, but enough for ageability. It is on that full fruit. I mean, I get the dark fruit. Wow, you're so right. It's like, it's silky.
It's a bomber.
Yeah, it's very, very rich. Very rich. What do you say you drink this all the time? What do you usually are drinking this with?
Oh, ribeyes.
Your
of course.
ribeyes?
Yeah. I got a new green egg cooker at home, so we've been doing all kinds of cool things with that. Yeah.
Very cool.
Not too bad.
Excellent. Well, again, Strala Vineyards, sitting here with proprietor Jason Ray, and I'm gonna let him go back to man his table because there's about 100 people out there trying wines, and thank you so much for joining me this afternoon.
Thank you for having me.
I am really excited to drink more of your wine and your sparkling.
I'll be seeing you today and Monday and Tuesday. So
I know, exactly.
I see Marcus quite a bit. He's
We're
great.
going to hide this behind here just in case I need it next. So cheers to Vintner Vanguard.